Welcome, little lambs. Today we're going to be reading Abraham, the Journey and the Covenant. After the flood, the family of Noah had scattered far and wide. Japheth traveled north. Ham and his people moved to the south. And Shem went east to the place in Babylonia called where mighty rivers meet to the sea. To the descendants of Shem, in time, Abraham was born, and he became a shepherd, a man known for his wisdom and for his virtue. Abraham's wife was Sarah, a strong and cheerful woman, noted for her great beauty. They had a comfortable life together, their only sorrow being that they had no child. One day, the Lord God came to Abraham and said, "Leave this country. Go from here, and I will show you another land. There I will make your people into a great nation and a source of blessing for all mankind. I will show you such favor that people will say forever after, 'May you be blessed as Abraham.'" Abraham did not hesitate. Immediately upon hearing this, he gathered together his family and his flocks, and with all his tents, and with his household goods, and with all his great wealth of gold and of silver, he left a place called Haran in Syria, which had been his home. Westward, he traveled with his people toward the country of the Canaanites, and Sarah went with him, and so did his nephew Lot. When they came to the banks of the river Jordan, Abraham and his followers gazed with joy at the land of Canaan, for it was a place of rich green pastures and meadows bright with flowers. "This is the land that I will give to your descendants," God told Abraham. So Abraham built an altar to the Lord there beside a great tree called the Oak of Moreh, and he offered up thanks. Years of wandering lay ahead. Abraham and his people moved south to the Negev for a time, and then to escape a drought, as far as the land of Egypt. At last they returned to settle in Canaan, and still Abraham and Sarah had no child. "Take what land you choose," Abraham told Lot. "My people and I will go elsewhere." For by now they had so many possessions and so many followers that they could not all stay comfortably in the same place. Lot was tired of living in the open country, and he decided to pitch his tents at Sodom, which was a town well known for its luxury and wickedness. But Abraham, it was wrong to live in such a place, and he took his people westward again into the heart of Canaan's pasture land. Here the Lord came once more to speak with him. "Look around you, Abraham," he said. "All of this land shall belong to you, your descendants someday, for you have kept faith with me." Abraham replied, "My Lord, what do you intend for me? You speak of my descendants, but you have given me no child. I am an old man now. Some servant of mine will surely inherit this land." "No," said the Lord, Your own flesh and blood shall inherit it, and this land will belong to your people for all time. Then he took Abraham out into the dark, under the stars. Look up at the heavens, he said. Count the stars if you can. That is how many descendants you will have. For I am the Lord who brought you out of Ur, and I shall be your God forever. Then God caused Abraham to see a great vision of a flame and a sacrifice that sealed this promise. And he told him that all men of his tribe must wear from that time on upon their bodies the mark of circumcision. This would be a sign that they in turn would keep their covenant with God. Abraham heard and obeyed. And from that day, he and his followers were circumcised. Stay tuned for part 2.